Morning everybody. I'm going to do a little bit of corn snake feeding for you this morning. Just show you first, this is our baby corn snake rack. So these are for the animals that aren't quite ready to go out into the store yet. Obviously once they go out into the store they're going to 4-litre boxes. We just keep them in the small tubs at this time to make sure that they're feeding. So generally we don't really use hot water as far as dipping food items go for corn snakes, because they don't have the heat pits that some of the snakes do, like the royal pythons and the reticulated pythons and some of the other snakes. So that means obviously that they can pick up the body heat of the rodent in the wild, which is why we dip things into hot water before we offer it. Now I found over the years of breeding that quite often, I don't know whether it's the scent of the prey when it's heated up, but it is better always to dip, and sometimes I find that if I've got struggling feeders, dipping in the hot water just gives them that little bit of a strike feed. So we're just going to feed some of these today. Now a couple of these are some holdbacks that we've got, so that will hopefully advance us on our scalers project in the future. That's quite a neat little one, that one. So you can see the hot water just initiates a bit more of a strike feed, although quite a lot of these now, when they're ready to go out in the shop, will be strike feeders anyway. But you do sometimes have the drop feeders, which obviously some people do get concerned about, but it is quite normal. Obviously snakes eat differently, and these aren't wild snakes, these are snakes that have been in captivity, so they've never had to strike at a live prey item before. So some of them are naturally just a little bit more timid of that. So what we do if it doesn't strike, which this one may not, I know these two are siblings, but one strikes and one does not. Oh, little strike. Oh, there we go, I did strike today. So we might find now that this one just strikes all the time. Normally when they've moved up to that stage, that generally continues. Let's have a look, what have we got? So we keep our feeding records on the top of the lid. That enables us to be able to give customers a full feeding record. When we pass the animal over, we always try to make sure that we give you the date of the animal's last feed, obviously suggesting that you leave it maybe 4 or 5 days to a week, sometimes a little bit longer, for some animals to settle in. Another really important thing with feeding is that you ensure that the animal has definitely got water, because they need this in order to digest their food, and if they don't have that, it can sometimes be the reason why you get something called a regurgitation, and that is when the animal basically brings the food back up. It does a bit of damage to the stomach, so we say leave it 2 weeks if that happens. So this is one of our little palmettos that we made earlier this year. Do have this one left actually. This one is still up for sale. I have been holding him back, but I think, to be honest, we can't keep everything, and it's perhaps time to start letting go of a couple of things. I am known to be a bit of a hoarder as far as babies go. You know, the anneries have been really popular this year. We've made a lot of anneries. We know that a lot of our customers have got anneries at home, which is lovely. Some of these are absolutely beautiful. You get some with a real black line on, and some with some more real silver lines on, and this one's got a real tricky pattern in the middle where the saddles sort of join up. So this one isn't going to strike feed, so I am going to leave that in, but I can see that this snake's got a really good feeding record, so it's likely that it is a drop feeder. Hard for me to remember exactly each one. Right, so I obviously have got a lot more babies to get through this morning, so I'm going to get on with that. Thank you for watching, guys. Obviously we'll be doing a few more videos as time goes on. We are still serving at the door. People are welcome to have a look. If you want to come and have a look, if you give us a message and pre-arrange it first, it just allows us to prepare for people coming in and make sure that everybody is remaining safe while here. We hope you're all doing well, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for watching.